Jean-François, thank you very much for your time again.
Good morning.
Why do we need motivation actually?
Motivation, to my point of view, is linked with the human spirit, our state of mind.
How can we remain motivated?
Almas, this is a very important question. Definition of motivation, I would say, it's a positive leadership influence on people. Life is like swimming. Life is like an ocean, You are swimming. And the day you stop swimming,
You're drawn.
you're gone.
Who can be the best coach actually? This is very important for us to know.
I would say for the moment, everything is very limited. So the best coach you can have is yourself.
Welcome to the new episode of Move Timate with Lord Jean-François from Paris. And as I mentioned earlier in the first episode, it's a time where everybody is depressed, they are down, they are not in good mood and all that. So we decided to talk to Jean-François and ask him to tell us what motivation is, how can we remain motivated. We need to be in good spirit to carry out whatever we have in our life and career to do actually. This pandemic has really created a lot of blockades actually. Things are standstill, but life cannot be standstill. We need to continue and to continue our day-to-day life, to continue with whatever we have in our professional side. We need one thing which is known as motivation. Lord Jean-François told us motivation is to move our body, to move our mind, and to continue with whatever the thing is. The movement is required. So we need to continue from the discussion where we left it a couple of days earlier. And once again, let me welcome from Paris, my friend who is in quarantine, one of a renowned entrepreneur in the Europe, one of the most sought after person over there, a great motivation speaker, Lord Jean-François. Jean-François, thank you very much for your time again.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon. It's already 11:28 in Paris. So,
tell me a bit about Paris life actually. Are you people really maintaining that mandatory distancing that is required world over? Or is it a bit calm there in Paris?
well, Almas, to be honest with you, it depends. I would say rather yes. The thing is, as you can see, I made a photo report for you and for some movies and your Just One TV and our Move Timate program. And I was, very surprised because on Friday, I woke up, it was 6:15 in the morning, and I started taking pictures on the bridges in Paris near Louvre, Rivoli. It was nearly 7 o'clock. And I just, was amazed because I realized there was 70 million joggers in Paris. There were joggers everywhere.
Okay.
The truth is, the lockdown is from 10 o'clock to 7 at night, 19. So the thing is, the thing is, in the morning, I would say people are quite relaxed, but most of the people you see, they are making joggings, and it's for the good cause.
Right.
If you go on the Champs-Élysées, and I took some picture yesterday. There's strictly nobody in the streets.
Oh, it's totally deserted. It's so sad. Champs-Élysées is the one place which you never see without people actually,
No, I know. I will do. I've taken pictures. Today is raining, so maybe I try to take some pictures.
Please do send us. We love to show your pictures to our audience actually, and they already are in love with the pictures sent by you. Jean, I have got a question for you. Why do we need to be motivated in our life, and especially under these circumstances? People, they live life actually. A lot of people, they get up in the morning, they go back in the evening, routine kind of a life actually. But when we say that motivation, does somebody require motivation, we ask for a certain push just to do something extra, just to achieve something in their life actually. So tell us, why do we need motivation actually?
Okay, Almas, this is a very important question, but we are in a coronavirus time. But the thing is, motivation is something you don't need only, for the coronavirus time. More than ever, you do. Thing is, if you just consider if we come back on motivation is be in motion, moving,
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you just come back to tennis players, have you noticed that they have extremely good qualities? They are super athletes, they are, but the point is, everyone in the world, every champion in the world, in football, in box, in golf, in tennis, they have a coach.
Okay.
And so motivation, to my point of view, is linked with the human spirit, our state of mind. Even if we are good, the Beatles had a coach. George Martin, didn't have the talent of the Beatles, but he set up the Beatles as really, worldwide star, like the biggest pop band ever, And the thing is, it means that we are, as human beings, some of them have a capacity, we all have capacities, but we have, a fake ideas or self-image of ourselves. This is what I have trained in my life, maybe 12,000 people, And the thing is, even myself, I started to work, I was 22 years old, it was yesterday. And the thing is, I couldn't believe I could do great things, you know what I mean? Unless I met a mentor, And I can say I had a mentor. And this mentor, he just told me, Jean-François, life, and it's something I will always remember it, because it's so simple, life is like swimming.
Oh, okay.
Life is like an ocean, you are swimming. And the day you stop swimming,
You're drawn. You're gone.
you're gone. And it was, something, it was not complicated, and getting, if I have to give a definition of motivation, I would say it's a positive leadership influence on people.
But John, I need to know exactly, you rightly said that for motivation, we need a coach, we need a mentor actually, but people at times, again getting back to this crisis time, and even if it's not a crisis time, we are somehow or the other reluctant at times to share that we need to be motivated. We do not have that kind of energy, we are playing low in our day-to-day life actually. Where to find that coach? Now, the easiest way is people, they just go and on the net, on the Google, they try to find how to get motivated and all that. How important is to find the right kind of a coach and the right kind of a motivator? Somebody who is just not into theories, somebody who has practically seen things happening, who can be the best coach actually. This is very important for us to know.
Well, this is something I would say we will talk about when we will talk about the qualities of a coach must have,
Okay.
And I think it will be the program it will be the Friday's program. The thing is, I would say for the moment, everything is very limited. So the best coach you can have is yourself. And how can we, how can we be the best coach? For example, most of the people, they have families, they have friends, they still have business to do, And it's very easy. Men is lazy.
Why to accuse men of being lazy? Women are equally lazy.
Well, because the thing is, I can tell you something. If you give me beaches, a nice place, nice cars, and I will say, palm trees, blue waters, the thing is, private jets, what will be, I will be happy, So the thing is, the thing is, if you just understand something, when people, the way the people like this in life is they all want to be stars. There's a star system, and every, man or woman, they dream to be an actor, Hollywood stars. But the point is, if you go to in a company, or when you have people doing something, and they are not doing something good, they say, oh yeah, but my neighbor or my colleague, he did worse than me. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is something like, you have in your mind the idea of being a star, but when you compare to something you do, with you do wrong, for example, you always think that somebody made, something, worse than you. And this is a kind of excuse that we have in the mind. The thing is also the thing is also a question of imagination, Having trained people, I always use very simple words because, thing is, for example, okay, the first rule I said to the guys, do you know the difference between succeeding or failing? And the people, they look at me like, we don't know, it must be very complicated. Yes. It, in any case, takes 8 to 10 hours per day. So you can succeed or failing in the same period of time. And it's just in your mindset, But the point is sometimes, you don't know that you are able to do the things, you know what I mean? Okay? And it's a kind of, a self-confidence. I would say people sometimes are lazy by nature, but the thing is our brain, because we don't have the capacities when we start young, and it also depends on the education. If you have parents or if you have you can have a tough education like military education, and they push you. Look, what there are special forces, and the guy they are 18 years old and they don't know they can do miracles.
Very true. Very true. Jan, you rightly said that we ourselves can be the best coach in individual cases actually. But we have got the limitation. A coach is somebody who knows the technique, how to correct yourself. We know our weaknesses. Definitely we know, like nobody knows better what our weaknesses are actually. But how can we be a coach for ourselves when we do not know how to correct it actually? There is a mechanism which is required to correct our weaknesses.
Okay, I tell you something. And look, this is the way we work together. Being a coach is putting, an agenda. The thing is, it's like a diet, This is the very simple thing. I must be on diet.
Okay.
And you say, and the thing is, the answer is one day.
Right.
That diet always starts on Monday because you have the weekend and we start the diet on Monday. The thing is to put, things in your head and in an agenda. You are busy, I am busy. You're in Pakistan, I'm in France. But we put things, and we plug the agenda, we set up an agenda of I must do this, I must do this, I must do this, So the best thing for a coach is to have a flight plan. If you don't have a plan, it's like I tell you something. We are in a storm. For a story, I'm surviving 2 days. I survived 2 days. I was 13 years old. Our boat capsized down, and I spent 18 hours in a 10-degree water. I was 13 years old. And it was due to a storm, and I was in the lake in south of France. And what I've learned, because I sometimes sell, I'm not Popeye the sailor man, but I sell. But the point is, I know about the storm is very simple. If you are in the middle of the storm, the only thing that can happen after every storm is sunshine and blue sky.
That's great. That's great. I mean, like after every storm, there is a sunshine. That's the best message, actually. The message of hope. Right, Jan.
But I haven't finished. But there's one thing very important. When you're in the middle of the storm, you don't have to lose the cape, the north direction.
Okay.
Because if you lose the north direction, you never know where you are, in the middle of the storm. So you must be keeping the direction. And the thing is, being motivated, able to is to have a direction, This is one, there are directors and everything. You have to have a direction. You have a flight plan every day. And
So right. I totally agree that we need a direction, and if there is no direction, whatever you are doing, you will end up with nothing actually. Jan, with our coming episode, I really desire, and it's going to be a teaser for the people also, that we'll take a case study. What's going to happen in each business, in each different categories, and why do we need motivation in that specific category, that we are going to ask Jean-François in the coming programs. But Jan, like we are getting fond and addictive to your music and your photographs that you send to us. We are going to share some of the photographs that you sent us lately, but nothing get completed without your song. We want to hear us good music from you from Paris in your quarantine time.
Okay, so what can I do for my friends, you know? Okay.
Whatever you think is right at this time.
Okay, so I will play a song for you. Well, it's a song. While my guitar gently weeps.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Because I will sing, you know, the world is turning, my friends.
Right. Thank you so much, Jean-Francois. Your time is very precious and we really value it. And we are going to see you after a couple of days with our new topic. Thanks once again. And viewers, this was just amazing having Jean-Francois with us from Paris. And he takes out time. And it's been very kind on him actually that in this time, the important thing which we all need is to be in good spirits, and he's helping us with that, giving us good tips, practical experience. But for the future program, we are coming up with something fantastic. We are going to take case studies like all these businesses, they are going to have a different shape in the days and the months to come actually. And what we intend to do is that we will discuss each business, like if it's a fashion, what's going to happen in fashion in coming months, how people need to cope it actually, what are the practical ways and the means, and how can they really cope into this new situation with the more motivated spirit they carry in them actually. So all this we are going to discuss next week, and for the time being, thank you very much.